Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me in Coach on episode 99, Diamondbacks versus Cardinals Game 2. Lineup of today, Gabe Moreno playing DH, Max Kempler playing left field, Tim Tower playing first base, James McCain as playing catcher, and Ryan Wolfsmith playing center field and stuff. And then Jorge Barroso came in to play center field in top of the 8th, and then top of the 9th, Vargas came in to play first base. That is that. It's crazy enough of there's not really a whole lot of hit, maybe, I don't know. I think it's like the same now. Tim Tawa went 0 for 4, so he just didn't have a good day. And so Kepler went 0 for 3. Carroll and Perdomo went 0 for 3, and the rest did pretty good. Marte went 2 for 3, pretty good. Marino went 2 for 3. Marino's doing good. And stuff. Nolan Arenado went 2 for 4, so good for him. Jason McCain got a base hit. Ryan Wolfsmith got a base hit. So, yeah, it's close enough, 50-50, and in some ways enough. I like what we are doing right now and stuff, make it a little bit confused for the Cardinals overall and stuff. So if enough of they're getting a couple base hits on the starting pitcher and stuff, it's shows enough, and fortunately enough, it's good enough. We are scoring more and stuff, and they're doing less. So it's a positive from there and stuff. Pitching wise enough, Brandon Pfaadt is the starting pitcher for today for the Diamondbacks. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, struck out 3, walked none, and only gave up 1 run. So honestly enough, that's pretty good overall and stuff. I think he got a little tired at the end. That's Brandon Pfaadt. That happens. Of it. It could be of enough. It's just very hot in Arizona and stuff. It feels humid outside, especially like at the daytime and stuff. So the weather is not very well enough. Like I get it, it's still in the summer, but like it's crazy enough of it just doesn't feel like hot in any way and stuff. Like it's like humid hot in a way and stuff. And then also like we're getting like clouds and rain a little bit and stuff, and that's a weird like situation and stuff. Like it's not really like cold in some way, but like the human doesn't really help a lot as well and stuff. It's like the same thing in Texas, like San Antonio. It's like humid. It's a weird feeling and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, Brandon Pfaadt did pretty good and stuff. So that's that. Dustin May was the starting pitcher for the Cardinals. He won 5 innings, gave us 8 hits, struck out 6, walked 4, and gave up 5 runs. So it's very interesting. Dustin May is a very interesting pitcher and stuff. I only known him when he was on the Dodgers back then and stuff. He was a pretty decent pitcher overall and stuff, but I don't know. It's just very strange of seeing him in a different uniform for the Cardinals and stuff. Giving up 8 hits, strike out 6, and then even walk 4, and then give up 5 runs in 5 innings and stuff. It's honestly enough. Like it's like borderline in the middle enough of like you question enough. Did he do good or not? Some ways I would say again it's like a 50-50 chime enough of like he did good sometimes, but he also did pretty bad in some ways and stuff. So I don't know how you rank this very well on Dustin May and stuff. I would say he did good. He did the best he can and stuff. That's all I got to say from that. And then the bullpen for the Diamondbacks, Ryan Thompson, Jonathan Liskia, Brandon Garcia, Kevin Ginkel, and Paul Sewald for the save. And stuff. And the other thing enough of I was so weird about it and stuff, like this whole time I've heard about people are coming back from the IL for the Diamondbacks and stuff. Back then, I thought enough of Justin Martinez was gonna come back, and stuff. And every single time they showed when they're gonna come back, whatever and stuff, I literally saw a thing back then. Later on, it says Justin Martinez is gonna pitch tomorrow game. Okay, tomorrow game. Okay. Fortunately enough, for that day, he's supposed to come and stuff. Where Diamondbacks didn't actually the Diamondbacks actually did pretty good and stuff, so they didn't really need like a closer overall and stuff, so they just put like an extra bullpen guy like in there, like Ginkle or Ryan Thompson in a way, or like Garcia and stuff, just using like those guys, just go in the ninth inning. I feeling it was probably who am I forgetting? Oh, Jensen, Dre Jensen. They probably use him instead on that day and stuff. And the weirdest thing is just like, okay, I'm excited to see Justin Martinez back and stuff. And hearing it enough of he could pitch tomorrow, he will pitch like probably the next day or whatever and stuff. I haven't seen him at all since that thing the Diamondbacks showed on the screen and saying enough of, oh, he could pitch tomorrow. Okay, where is he? Like, I am so confused at this point. I mentioned this like long time ago as well in one of the episodes, but like, it's just so weird of how, like, is he still injured? Like, I don't understand this. Like, is he ready or not? Like, I'm so, like, if he's ready, he should play in the game. And I understand enough of we have Paul Sewald as our closer right now because he's doing phenomenal. And I guess yesterday he got the loss. I totally understand that and stuff. But he has over 20 saves and stuff. Like, that's pretty decent. That's some of the times enough of not all closer are up in the 20 in other teams in the league and stuff. So he's doing good all the time enough of when we need him to get our win and stuff. And Paul Sewald is just doing that and stuff. I would be gladly to have Justin Martinez back and stuff. Same thing with AJ Puck and stuff. Like, the thing is enough. Like, we might trade them in the trade deadline. I'm not 100% sure because, like, to me, enough of like, why are we using the pitchers we're doing so good and stuff? We're enough of like of it. Maybe we can like upgrade Justin Martinez to somebody we don't need anymore and stuff, like Jonathan Liskia and stuff. Like, I kind of like Jonathan Liskia, but like, it's just like, like, of enough than other like bullpen pitchers like we have and stuff, because like our bullpen is decent. Like, they're doing good and stuff, here and there, yeah, whatever and stuff, but like overall, like every single day their pitching is phenomenal and stuff. So like, it's just gonna be so weird for having the other bullpen pitchers to come in and now what and stuff, because it's so weird of it and stuff. I'm hearing Michael Sorka is coming back. I'm glad about that, but just the thing is like, for having him back, I guess enough. It's him or is it Nelson, Ryan Nelson? It's one of those. Because to me enough, if both of them do come back in the starting point and stuff, where does Brant Fott go? Because I'm feeling if they come in, I'm feeling Brant Fott can go back in the bullpen and stuff. And fortunately enough, Brant Fott's doing so well, especially today, and stuff. So I just don't know. Like, maybe Brant Fott can take over where Nelson is pitching, and then just have Michael Osoka where he's at and stuff. That's what I'm assuming and stuff. And anyways and stuff. And maybe you could put like Garcia, like the other, is it Garcia or I don't know, Cabrera. I meant to say Jose Cabrera. Like, you could put him in the bullpen as well. And then same thing with Raft or something like that in the bullpen if we need them in some ways and stuff. It's so weird. But yeah, it's just of that, and also you gotta also think about enough if Corbin Burns will come back. Again, we gotta like set 2 people in the bullpen down and stuff. So it's gonna be weird how to adjust the bullpen and the pitching staffs and stuff. But again, they showed it today. They showed Justin Martinez today and stuff, and they said he will pitch today. Look at the list. Do you see Justin Martinez on this list? Why do you put a thing where it says we'll put him in today where he did not pitch today? I'm confused. Are you gonna use him or not? Like I just don't understand baseball for the Arizona Diamondbacks and stuff, and clearly of enough, I don't know what's up with Torey Lovello, because he's probably the person is adjusting this. We're enough of like, okay, thumbs up, you're ready, I'll have you go in. When? I'm looking for enough for Justin Martinez, and you're not putting him in. Like, I don't understand this and stuff. And he's still not, like, still injured, not 100% and stuff. Like, I probably understand probably that way and stuff. But, like, if he's ready, put him in. What's the deal of enough of having, of anything, have him go out there and, perform in a way and stuff, and test the limits to where enough of he's going to do good or do not and stuff. So you got to give him some opportunity to go out there and pitch if he's healthy this whole time and stuff. And what's the opportunity to have him in the bullpen and don't use him? What's the reason why he's on the team in the first place and stuff? Like, I understand we have other bullpen pitchers as well and stuff, but it just feels like we're using the same pitchers pretty much like every single day. And like, I totally understand they're doing good and stuff, but it's just like, it's just so weird enough of having this arrangement of who comes in, who comes out and stuff, and if Martinez is healthy and he can help the team and stuff, because like if he like took over Ryan Thompson's spot and stuff, and he's giving up 0 runs, where Thompson, he gave up 1 run today and stuff, and fortunately enough of that, or we got 2 really good closer, and they can come in the 8th and the 9th and close it out. Like, it's that simple of that. Just like, I don't understand enough of, you don't have to use Ginkgo, you don't have to use Garcia, you don't have to use the other bullpen pitchers and stuff. You don't have to use them all the time and every single game. You can switch around, it's totally fine and stuff. Be very consistent with it and stuff, and have these like good matchups, what you've been doing all these times and stuff. Just be smart with it and stuff. And it's just like, don't understand for having Justin Martinez to come in and stuff and saying like, oh, he's ready, where enough of we haven't seen him pitch at all. So like, what's the point enough of putting in where enough of, oh, he's gonna pitch tomorrow, oh, he's gonna pitch today? Why is he didn't pitch? Like, that's the other thing. Like, I think Lovello is like using him for a backup, and they don't use the backup. Like, it's just like give him a little opportunity, like, out there. It doesn't have to pitch every single day, but like, have him pitch sometimes and stuff. Like, give the kid an opportunity. You understand he's a kid as well. He's probably in his 20s, but like, I'm just saying he's one of the young, players and stuff. He was born in the 2000s. Like, that's a kid in a way. Like, come on. Like a 25 years old kid. Jeez. I don't understand Lavello and stuff, and I don't understand enough of the prop enough of for the Diamondbacks getting them ready enough, and they don't use the pitchers and stuff. Like, are you waiting till the good moment? Because the good moment enough of you could just use them in the eighth inning and then pull Seawood in the ninth, and it would be so fine overall. Kevin Gagel came in the eighth. Like, how about you just have Martinez in the eighth instead? Like, I like Ginkel, but it's just like, I don't know. It's crazy. We're gonna go scoring and stuff. I down a little bit, so don't get confused with all the scoring and stuff. These are the ones that are important and stuff. James McCain with the RBI single to make it 1-0 bottom of the second. Nolan Arenado with a 2 RBI double to make 4-0 bottom of third. Kendall Marte with a RBI single to make it 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. And Sav Jordan Walker with the RBI single to make it 1-5 top of the fifth. Jimmy Crooks with a solo home run to make it 3-5 top of the ninth. And that is the final score. The Diamondbacks did win the game 5-3, and their record right now is 50-48. So we are 2 over on 500 and stuff, and it's good to get a win over the Cardinals this series and stuff. And get it 50 wins. That's pretty good and stuff. It's still low in the 500, but just getting over 50 wins in a game and stuff is honestly pretty good and stuff. Progress, just keep hitting. We gotta win tomorrow to win the series and stuff. I have a feeling the lineup is going to change and stuff. I don't know if, he's going to have Tim Tawo to go in center field or stay him at first base or have Vargas to come in to play second base or first base and stuff. Maybe have Marte to DH today. These are, the ideas enough of, I have a feeling Lavello is probably going to do, just trying to change it up. I don't know. It's just how about you just use the same players from yesterday? Today from tomorrow for the tomorrow game and stuff. Just don't change it. Why do you have to change it? I have a feeling he's probably going to put Lourdes Gurriel Jr. for tomorrow and stuff because he's probably a righty and maybe the pitcher is a lefty. Who knows? It's just something like that, or maybe he's also a righty, so he used that advantage or whatever and stuff. Yeah, just I don't know, because I feel like Gabe Moreno is going to be catcher for tomorrow and the James McCain is not going to play, and James McCain is actually doing pretty good overall and stuff. So I don't know. Same thing with Ryan Wolfsman. Fortunately enough for Tommy Troy, he's injured because of his elbow or his. That was weird. My whole desk literally vibrate and stuff. And the only reason enough of it vibrate because there was a plane came over and stuff. That was weird feeling. He hurt his shoulder in one of the last games they played and stuff. So I don't know. I'm feeling this whole lineup is going to change. It's just gotta think about enough of who's doing good, who's doing not, and stuff. Max Kepler didn't do anything, so maybe change it up of him with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Depends on who's doing good or whatever. It's just something just to think about and stuff. But overall, if they can do pretty good on offense, I'm not mad about it. And so pitching wise, looks pretty good. It's just tomorrow, I don't know who's pitching. And stuff. Maybe it's Rodriguez. Maybe it's I forgot who is pitching tomorrow and stuff. But fortunately enough, they're gonna play the hardest they can and stuff. But overall, it looks pretty solid. the MVP for this podcast today is going to be Nolan Arenado. He hit that 2 RBI double to get it up to 4-0 in the bottom third and South. This is his 6th MVP on this podcast, so good for him. And South, we kind of need Nolan Arenado. We have his defense, but we also need his offense as well. So it's good to see him to do something good today and stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.